also in Nairobi, the environs of Nairobi, and we're trying to check out the security situation within Nairobi, and we found it pretty calm for most of the day until 5 p.m. Now, Inspector General of Police David Kimayo had projected that Nairobi County would be one of the trouble spots when it comes to pockets of chaos across the country, and indeed his projections were right. And one surprising incident was that in Kibra there was not violence, and most people expected that Kibra would experience the most amount of demonstrations or protests or chaos, but it was relatively calm. The trouble spots, however, were Dandora and Mathare North. But earlier we filed a story, and this is what we had for you. When the Supreme Court judges walked into court hours later, they dismissed the petitions against President-elect Uhuru Kenyatta by outgoing Prime Minister Raila Odinga, a ruling that elicited mixed reactions from residents of Nairobi. Youth who had gathered just outside the Supreme Court awaiting the verdict earlier today held demonstrations after the ruling by Chief Justice Mutunga and his team. However, apart from breaking a few glass windows, police opted not to throw tear gas canisters or shoot in the air. It was almost as if they were giving the youth time to vent their frustrations with the ruling. Attention was mainly shifted to Dandora and Mathare, where trucks of General Service police officers were deployed to keep calm in the areas and to avert any violence. Police are expected to keep vigil throughout the night in these specific areas. Kathryn Omwandho, KTN. Well, that was the situation within the city centre earlier today. But then we go to Mathare North and Dandora, where we got exclusive pictures of what happened immediately after the announcement by Willy Mutunga. We saw three cases of arson, where we saw one house that was burnt down, a bar that was burnt down, and also a shop was also burnt down. Now, there were no major injuries reported from Mathare North, but police were taken there. About three trucks of General Service Police Unit officers were taken to Mathare North, and they lobbed tear gas canisters at the crowds that formed. They also shot in the air just to disperse the people and stop them from forming groupings. Now, the tension was between two groups, obviously supporters of the Coalition for Reforms and Democracy and also the other group, but it was under control. It was taken under control. And what we could say is that the fire was put out, and also the police managed to control the situation, and they will be in Mathare North until the peace is restored within that area. Also, Dandora was a similar situation, and they're also keeping vigil in these various areas. As I said, no injuries were reported. However, some family members said that they were still looking for their missing loved ones in the situation.